my family, my Litecoin family, my crypto warriors out there. It is the 27th of February. I hope you guys are doing great. I haven't done a video in a while, so bear with me. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world. I hope you guys are doing great, taking care of yourself and your families. If you guys need some more news, I'm going to get right in the charts tonight. I'm really not going to touch too much on stuff. If you need more news, come check out my channel, litecoinlawton.com. Like, subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. We need to spread the word of the separation of, state and money, the new revolution, and I think it's going to be a like renaissance period, you guys. After this, the shakeout is going to be the renaissance. Cheers to the renaissance, you guys. It's going to be a beautiful time. I really think I'm staying positive here. I know a lot of people are using the W word, but I want to say that everything's going to be peaceful. I hope we can reach a resolution over there in Europe. You guys pray for our leaders and pray for them to make good decisions, rational decisions, and not threaten the humanity's race. Okay, you guys. So let's pray for peace out there. I'm gonna get right into the charts, you guys, and this chart, dude, cracks me up every time. Okay, this is pretty much what I feel like every new crypto person that gets into the asset class. This is what they think. Okay, and this is the Luna Terra crash, you guys. And so I was part of this thing. I didn't have any money in Terra, thank God, or Luna. But me and Jay out there, shout out to Jay, shout out to Kyle, shout out to Prospector. You guys are awesome. Thank you for living through this with me. It's a journey, and I think the next couple of years is really going to exemplify everything that's going on in the charts. This is what happens when you invest in a centralized entity. Okay, you guys, a centralized entity can go to zero, and Lunaterra coins like this really give crypto space a bad rap. This thing literally on TradingView just like went 100% decline here. I did buy some after 100% decline. It's just kind of like this weird trader. I mean, I did buy some down here, you guys. So, if it comes back to 1 cent, then I think that it would be a good investment. I didn't put much into this. This is like, $400 I put in when it went to zero. So, we'll see. It could be a lot of money in the future, you guys. It's one of those gambles. This is not a coin that I would recommend buying, but I'm just showing you guys my impulsive nature that, if I see a dump like this, and then, it could be, to put $100 into it, at the bottom, it could mean a lot, going forward. So anyways, Bitcoin right now. So I did want to go into the bullish things, and then I want to go into the bearish things. The bullish things I'm seeing right now for Bitcoin is that we're holding this previous like level right here at this 23,000 mark. I really liked how we're using this kind of, we broke through it here. We came back, basically retested this level, you guys, and if you go back, we can see that these levels kind of play a key role. So I think we're going to have this. I think we're, at least in the short term, we're going to have a blast up here. I would think we'll probably touch like maybe 26 and then come back down, to this 24 area, 24.8, and bump our little head. It seems like Bitcoin's just kind of, moving up slowly here. We are getting some bearish divergences on the weekly, but I wanted to zoom out for a second because on the weekly right now we are getting bullish divergence. Okay, sorry, and then on the daily we're getting that bearish divergences, and we do want to see the weekly holds more power than the daily, obviously, on the charts, you guys. And if you guys want to ask about any of my indicators, please ask. I use Fibonacci's. I use, all the different triangles. I would recommend learning. It's pretty easy. The wedges are really easy. And then, knowing what a bear flag, bull flag are. You guys, trading is a lot simpler once you understand a few of the basic, like start off with triangles and learn all your triangles, then learn your divergences, because divergences are really important, and you can get tools like Market Cipher that will basically give you these divergence and call it out. With Bitcoin in particular, I did want to go into the bullish stuff. So the bullish stuff here, you guys, is that I'm on the weekly here. I'm going to zoom out and go back to the daily. Okay. And this is the MACD, you guys. Okay. And I wanted to go, actually, I want to go in the weekly here. And then I want to show you guys that on the MACD here, I don't know why it's being all weird right now. We do have this cross down here, and this happened. This MACD cross on the weekly time frame happened August 22nd. Okay, and this is a really important indicator for Bitcoin. And this cross happened when Bitcoin was at like 19,000. Okay. So I just wanted to go through this with you guys. If you guys would have bought just the MACD cross, okay, if you're not using any other indicators, the MACD cross, okay, it happened in August, right? So if you guys would have bought, even if you would have bought the top here, 23, okay, you would have had to wait on a couple months, okay, and you would have seen this, and this is the skin you got to have, okay. And for the newbies out there, I wish all the newbies, don't be scared. You have to be able, if you're going to get into crypto, you have to stomach, okay, sometimes a 20% decline. Okay, if you would have bought it from the top right there, right when the MACD crossed, right there. Okay, if you would have bought it from the top, then you're looking at like a 27% decrease right there. And I think that, you guys got to be able to handle a 30% decrease. This is baby baby talk, dude. Okay. When you get into crypto land and you really believe in the asset class, you guys, you're so fortunate to be here, you guys. This is the birth of an asset class within our generation. This is our opportunity, our generation's opportunity here to get involved in a brand new asset class, which doesn't come around every day, you guys. It doesn't come around. And to beers, you're just so fortunate because we're on this adoption curve that's an S curve. I showed you guys in other videos. I'll show you later, but the adoption curve is this beautiful thing, and it's happening with a decentralized entity that's not centralized. Okay, so you guys need to learn what centralized is, what not centralized is, because you deal with these things, right? I did see something beautiful happening on silver. I'm going to switch gears a little bit and talk about silver. I do have this. So on the macro level here, we're going to zoom out to the monthly. And on the macro level, this looks, kind of like this giant cup and handle, you guys. I don't know how much credit this giant on the really long-term time frame. This is like 1981. And this looks like a perfect cup and handle. And as long as we continue here, we have two breakouts. We basically have this, $25, breakout here. And then we have the top of this cup right here is like 50, all-time highs. So once we basically breach this 25 level again, then, and I have a breakout for, I would say we have like, so May on the, 2024, I think that there's going to be a breakout target here. And I think it could, we basically have a year and a half more to get cheap silver, you guys. So just want to put that out there. I do love sound money of all kinds. Cryptos, you guys got to imagine if the current banking system falls apart, what's going to be left, okay? And own those things, okay? Because just in case, because even in our current system, they're going to gain value. But if the risk is if the banks are over leveraged and the central, this disinflationary is a bigger threat than inflation. Okay, disinflation is actually a bigger threat than inflation right now, because they need to keep this Ponzi system, going. You guys, they got to keep it. They got to keep it going. And whether or not you believe that crypto should be regulated or not, this is going to open the doors, the floodgates, so to speak, on all the big money, you guys, all this super crazy money that's been sitting on the sidelines because we need some regulations, you guys. We need regulations. So is it happening? Is it coming? I don't know. So another really bearish kind of thing, you guys, I just wanted to briefly touch on is that if you go to the daily, and then you go to the market cipher here, uh, we're the dollar index, the DXY is getting this bullish divergences going on. Okay. And we are in this like wedge, this tightening wedge, and we're breaking out. And the breakout target is, this 108 level. I do expect something to happen, something like this, and have it come up, bump its head. And I don't think it's going to get higher than the 108. It could though, and because if this thing is actually a juggernaut, you guys, a juggernaut, and basically the death of all the stock market and the banks and everything is the dollar just pumping itself into ridiculousness. I mean, maybe the banks would survive that, but their leveraged positions and their positions in any other companies are going to fall pretty hard. We'll see what happens. I think that, so the other thing I want to talk about is the the regular stock market. Okay. So let's talk about the stock market. If this thing is actually a giant throwover and we come back into this wedge, which I don't think is going to happen, but on this is actually looking like a inverse head and shoulders, you guys. And we do have, if we break back in, then that spells trouble here. But we are putting in this, uh, this retest, you guys. This is actually a bullish retest. So we're basically in the zone right now to retest. If this level holds, then it's actually a pretty bullish thing, surprisingly, it's crazy because the stock market and the economy, I feel, are so not correlated. You guys, we associate the stock market with the economy, but it's just kind of like a pageant. So you show you guys, um, you know, people out there feel the pain right now. This, our savings accounts are, all wiped out for the most of you guys out there, which I'm sorry, but I hope I'm here to try to bring wealth to you with a little. You only need a little bit of money, okay? And a little bit of money sometimes thrown in on these crazy dips, you guys can easily 1,000 extra money, okay? And we do like to accumulate in a bear market, okay? And if you believe in a coin, you believe in decentralization, then picking some up, we're not at all-time highs. We're at a pretty still, I mean, even for Litecoin, you guys, we're still like 76% down from all-time highs. And this project's not going away. Litecoin's not going away, you guys. I think that there's a really good chance that the US starts adopting some more regulations that are really beneficial for cryptos, that are actually going to push the asset class even higher, and possibly, in the next, I would say 10 years, I would say the adoption curve on Bitcoin is going to start reaching that like level that the US government is going to adopt it as a reserve, you guys. And it'll probably be a combination of cryptos. If I had to guess, it would be Bitcoin, Litecoin, and ETH at least. And then, have a solid silver reserve, because I think silver is going to blow up, and people are going to realize the value of silver, and everything that we do, and all the green energy and all the things of the future require silver, you guys. So not gold. So if you have gold, switch it for silver. That's not a bad play right now. And maybe have a little bit gold, but I'm basically just accumulating silver, you guys. I'm not even messing with gold. Platinum is also a really good buy as well. Platinum is 64 times more valuable than gold. It comes out of the ground. And it's trading under gold right now. So that's a pretty crazy price for platinum, you guys. Under $1,000 platinum is pretty amazing. So on the daily, you guys, on those bullish divergences and bearish divergences, Litecoin and basically every asset class. I'm going to flip through them real quick, just real quick here, but I'm going to zoom in on this thing. And the cipher is basically the money. We still have positive money flow. Okay, so we do have to keep that in mind. And this thing, I wouldn't put too much emphasis on just this one indicator. I would put more emphasis on that MACD cross, and we still haven't had any cross back over on the MACD. So the cipher for Litecoin is bearish right now on the daily. Bitcoin is bearish on the daily. ETH is bearish on the daily. SHIB bearish on the daily. Digibyte bearish on the daily. So everything's bearish, you guys. Dogecoin is got bearish divergences showing. Silver even got bearish divergences going, you guys. And we're at 20 bucks right now. It's crazy. It's crazy price for silver, you guys. It's so undervalued. Probably the most undervalued asset class right now, other than possibly Bitcoin and Litecoin. So there's so many other coins out there too. But you guys believe in sound money. If you don't want to get a rug pull and you don't want to worry about something going to zero, then invest in decentralized assets. And you have to imagine what's going to be left when, when, if and when the credit system freezes up and everybody's cards stop working, okay? Because that's kind of what's going to happen, okay? And so what are you going to have? You're going to have land, you're going to have physical commodities in your own possession, and you're going to have your cryptos, you guys, because if you have them on a wallet, get them off exchanges. Because if you have them on exchanges, you're not gonna keep your cryptos. Okay, that's my biggest recommendation. Keep them in your own possession, on a hard drive or preferably on a hardware wallet, and you guys take care of your stuff. Be responsible for your own asset classes, and be your own bank. It's super easy now. And, I encourage everybody to learn how to do it. The problem comes with kind of like elderly people, right? I was thinking about that, like is if they have a hard time remembering codes and stuff that we need like vendors out there to protect our elderly and to protect them from manipulation, because there is still a lot of fraud in the crypto space. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. There is, because the regulations are shady, you guys. We need clarification. We need to get some, encourage more. We actually do need regulations. The network's perfect, and we don't need to affect the network, but we just need to like figure out what a taxable event is, okay? And I believe a taxable event should be when you change your cryptos back to a fiat currency. And so if you guys believe that, shout out to you guys. I hope that makes sense. Staking and accumulated rewards, again, like you can't, unless you're using your cryptos to buy something else, and then in which case that company is taxed on their goods and services. So there is taxation going on. There is a pretty easy way. I think we're overcomplicating things, and I think that this shadiness only leads to the SEC and stuff, picking favorites, right? Like they're like, you are cool, you're violating, your staking is illegal, yours is fine. And there needs to be some sort of framework, you guys, to protect people in general, and also just to allow some of these big players to move their money around, you guys. We're down. ETH, let's go into ETH for a second. I do love ETH, you guys. This is my favorite proof of stake coin. I do have high expectations for ETH. I really hope ETH survives, because there's so many other coins. There are actually some really good protocols on ETH. They're not all shit coins. A lot of them are, but I do believe in ETH. I do believe in the ecosystem there. And I just wanted to, I do think that we're going to have this, little pump up, you guys. I think we're going to have at least have this another wave, kind of inflationary wave here, where things are going to, especially cryptos are going to be worth more here. But at the same time, I think there's going to be disinflationary. So we're getting like the both at the same time. And the Fed has an impossible task, try to balance this whole thing. But they are not God, you guys. The Fed is not God. Okay, Jerome Powell follows the two-year bond, and that's basically what he follows, you guys. So it's not a super complicated thing, and it looks like if we have this continuation, then this is going to spell trouble. This is going to be like, if this actually plays out, you guys. So this is the flagpole. This is on the daily right now. It's daily. It's looking like a daily bull flag right now. And if this actually breaks out, it's like the price target is way up there. And this is the DXY, the strength of the dollar compared to all the other currencies out there. The dollar has a potential of taking out like all these other currencies, and as countries' currencies and central banks fail, they're going to flood back into the dollar. And it's going to pump this thing to the moon, you guys. And we're going to see like, the euro die, and we're going to see all these other little currencies all over the world. And it's going to be so sad. And then you're going to have like, dude, El Salvador is going to be the one that has all the Bitcoin. We're all going to be moving down to El Salvador probably. to join or get our Lambos and stuff. Okay, so I wish you guys the Lambos. I hope you guys, this video has gone on long enough. I love you guys. I appreciate my new subscribers. You guys are awesome. Be part of this crypto movement. You are so fortunate and so lucky to be here. Litecoin Lawton out.